Alright, welcome back. Continuing our playthrough with Machiavelli here. We're now the Spanish Empire. We were once Greece, I believe, but now we're Spain. I'm going to try to do all of exploration in this video. I'm also going to try to finish the modern age, so the finish this playthrough totally, sometime hopefully this weekend, because the new DLC comes out, I believe, Monday or Tuesday. I want to do a playthrough of that, so I want to make sure this is done before then. So let's hop right into it. I remember very little about where our save is, but I know that we're in dire straits because we lost 2 cities. We did take 2 cities from the Japanese Empire, though, so that's very good. Going into this age, we are currently ahead in all fields here. Yeah, we're leading in all fields, which is kind of surprising. I thought my whole positioning during the last age was very poor, but it appears to have worked out at the end. So let's just hop right into it. Here, at the moment at least, we're gonna go with plutocracy here for gold. At the moment, I'm gonna put these guys to sleep too. At the moment, we're just gonna work on saving up gold and turning all these into cities. And then once that's all said and done, we are going to work on our objective for this age. We're going to be going for science once again. That might not necessarily be the correct option, but I think it's the best that I can go for with what I have here. Also, we're researching cartography. We're going to send the ship around as well to explore a little bit. So if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember if I did standard or like medium-sized or whatever for this map. So there's probably at least another Civ or 2 out there. Maybe not, but I believe there'll be an island or something maybe here, and that'll connect to this. So we want to go and check that out and figure out what's in this game. Right now, I would say our positioning, depending on where we're going to do what we did last time as well with the quick-to-build, ageless little thingies here. We're going to work on production first as well before any other building, because I think that's just the best thing to do. Depending on how the other civs are positioned, though, we could be in very good shape. Pick up a +7 Bazaar there is pretty good. We're going to want to try to work on a pretty high gold eco. I found something and then immediately lost whatever it was. What do we have here? Thera. And it doesn't have I can't look at it. Awesome. Depending on the positioning of the other civs, I think we'll be in good shape. So, you know. Oh, yeah. Anyway, the reason I want to do gold, though, is because I want to be able to buy out a bunch of buildings. The big thing is we want to try to have our science just absolutely pumping. Pick up a +6 stonecutter. Our science just absolutely pumping by the time we get into modern age, because we're just going to rush all of those things, and we want to have good production as well, so we can go through the projects in the cities that we're going to do for the space race very well. Stonecutter, I'm going to put it here. Keep sending this guy on his little adventure. This is the Tecumseh, I believe. So I actually didn't see what everybody picked. So we have the Shawnee with Tecumseh, Abbasid for Isabella, and Koala. It's not Koala, but it's Koala now. For writing... or education. Wait, what am I... Oh, education's at the bottom. I'm dumb. So I need to do feudalism and guilds. So let's get right into guilds. So yeah, as my current time with Civ7 is like continuing and progressing, I have to say I do really enjoy the game. I'm pretty close, actually, to popping my last couple achievements in the game. I believe I have 3 left, one of which is for winning as Machiavelli. I believe Pocket Cutie, and then the one other Asian leader. I'm blanking on her name. But yeah, that's it. Overall, I think that this game was very good. I do think it was kind of bad on release. It's why I didn't play it too much, but I do think the game is good. And, you know, I want to do at least a couple playthroughs. I'm going to try to do at least a playthrough whenever these DLC civs come out. As long as, like, hopefully they add achievements for them, and then, you know, I actually have an actual reason to do the playthroughs. So due to the fact that we have nothing else to build, we're just going to go right into research initiative on that. We don't want units. We don't really care, so we just want to make sure that we're pumping out some science. Okay, so this is like the middle, so the actual island is probably like right here, if I had to guess. So let's heal this guy up, and then we'll send him over the open ocean. We're probably going to want to put a city right in here, and I might resettle this side of the map too, where we were before. It was really unfortunate that I wasn't paying attention, and we lost those guys because of that. We're going to go this. I don't know why it's not telling me the bonus that it would give. We're going to pick this up. I don't know why it's not... I didn't turn a setting off or anything that shouldn't show it, or makes it so it shouldn't be shown. Maybe is it over here? I'm confused. I guess I just have to do this. I mean, that's not what I wanted to do, obviously, but I don't understand why, usually when I hover over it, there's the little pop-up that tells me what things are, and, I mean, it's not doing that now, so we need astronomy here. So pick up astronomy, getting closer to writing. I'm not probably going to finish the objective. I mean, I'm going to try to, but there's a high likelihood that I won't be able to. I didn't really set up any insanely high-yield tiles going into this, I guess we're going to overbuild on the farm there. I didn't really set up any high, like, yield tiles, just due to the fact that, like I said, my playthrough before was kind of cursed. The first episode that I did was very poor. Let's turn this into a city. And then right back to the production like we were talking about. I'll take the culture boost as well. So I'm not too sure exactly what Spain, their specialties are. Let's take a look here. So gold towards confronting a town or city, 30% in distant lands, that's pretty good. Production towards, I believe it's a wonder, and then some units, plaza, and some other buildings. Alright, so it looks pretty smooth. So I wanted to talk about how I feel about Civ 7 as a whole, at least compared to how I felt about Civ 6. Because with Civ 6, I kind of blitzed through the game, and we're going to go with this local festival. Yes, I support that. But with Civ 6, I really wanted to blitz through the game and, you know, progress in a way that just popped all the achievements that I needed and then not really worry about it. Think about it after the fact. But with Civ 7, I initially wanted to take it very slow and, you know, kind of like just play through and relax and enjoy the game. A big part of me wanting to stream and then, you know, upload the highlights for this, or the VOD, whatever you want to call it, was that I wanted to kind of show me just playing through, because some of my favorite parts of Civ, or times with Civ, is just when you don't really know what's up or what's going on, and you kind of just, I'm going to start influencing this. When you kind of just, like, pick up a Civ and you start playing, and you're like, okay, here's, you know, whatever it may be, and this is what they do, and you figure out as you're going what their units do in each age or each tack, and, you know, it's the thing I like about these playthroughs, that at least that I've streamed, is that I kind of have done that right with the Abraham Lincoln playthrough I did. I hadn't played him before that. Love the stick drift. Hadn't played him before that, and I kind of just, you know, went along with what was going on, not really knowing what was happening. And of course, with this first playthrough, when I started it, at least, I had no clue what I was doing at all, and I think that was definitely very poor in a hindsight perspective. Gonna go with feudalism. Very poor in a hindsight perspective, but, you know, it at least gave the idea that I wanted, which was, you know, the learning things as they go and all that, not really reading through every piece of tech and all that. I probably am going to go to war with Isabella here, by the way. There's a couple cities, and if I can just rule the top part of this coast, I feel like that's pretty good. So that's what we're going to end up going for. I will accept that. So yeah, though, I really wanted to do that with Civ 7, was take my time, but as I've played and realized that it's pretty easy to pop some of the achievements if you just do the modern age and all that. I've done that, and like I said, now I only have 3 achievements left for leaders, and I'll probably finish the game tonight in terms of achievements, but I still want to go through and do playthroughs and all that. Just because, you know, I think that that's something enjoyable for me, at least with this game, is doing that. But I didn't really do that with Civ 6. By the time I was actually streaming it and, you know, wanted to stream it, I was either just doing stuff to get achievements, or I had already completed the game. You know, the Abraham Lincoln playthrough was done when I had all the achievements in it, and there was no real purpose in brackets to play. And it's just like, that sucks, of course, but, you know, that's just how it is to say, at least. Or it sucks to say, but that's just how it is. But Okay, it's back to working. So I'm not sure what was going on before or why, but that was kind of wonky. Let's see, what's going on over here? They're not too happy. That's unlucky, but we don't really have anything we can do to change that. I'm going to go with the science over the extra 2 gold. I think that's just better. But anyway, so yeah, I want to do playthroughs with the other things. Like I said, I'm going to do a playthrough with the English when they come out. And of course, post it, you know, or highlight it and post it, or again, whatever you want to say, the playthrough, the way I've been doing it. It's just the way I like doing things, at least. It's a lot better, and due to the fact of me not really being able to edit in the way I would like to, due to the restrictions of the technology that I have at the moment, it's just the best case scenario for me, at least, is just highlighting it and then posting it, or, you know, doing slight editing and then posting it. It's, again, the easiest way. Grow the city. I think we want to pick up this tile here. So yeah, anyway, about Civ7, a lot of people I don't think are really as enthusiastic about it as I would expect, which is understandable. It's surprising to me because it's a Civ game, but it's understandable to an extent. I also am very surprised at the way that the community has reacted to the DLC, or the way that DLCs and such are happening with this game. I understand that a lot of it was cut content, or more than likely cut content, which I can see where there's people having an issue with it, but it's just like, you know, if you like the game, the price that you're paying for it is not going to change, right? Like, believe you me, I'm not too happy about it, and at the end of the day, I bought the $140 or $130 Founder Edition and didn't even really get full value out of it by not playing it at all early. You know, only really playing it after the fact, which this is kind of unlucky. Which, you know, sucks, but that's the case. But I'm still happy with the purchase, you know, and it's DLC that I would have bought anyway, so it's just like, it's not a big deal to me. There's too many people, I think, that are a little bit beat up or torn up about the way things are happening in that regard, and I mean, again, I understand it, but to me, it's just stupid. If we're gonna purchase it at the end of the day, then... Alright, we're gonna go with the infantry boost, because it's highly likely that we're gonna end up attacking this city. So let's head down here, purchase a couple dudes, and then we're gonna get ready for the an attack here. So let's bring these guys up here. I'm gonna save the rest of my gold though, and just use these dudes for this, because I want to be able to buy guys in case they come from down here and attack. So I want to try to win Alpha Stat and yeah, let's just go to war here. Not denouncing first is definitely bad as well, but it's alright. I should hopefully have a decent amount of war support to bolster this. We get a +3, which isn't, like, insanely good, but I guess it's not as bad as not getting anything, so, you know, that's cool. We'll just get ready to circle this. So picking up a couple cities here is going to end up being big for me at the end of the day, simply off of the basis that it'll, of course, bolster our production and our position. Put this little guy down and pick up the camels. I'm going to send the camels to Sparta. Okay, so these guys have guns or something. Okay, they do. I was going to say, that that's a bit of a thingy there. So, yeah, I don't know. For me, Civ7 is good. I think a lot of people are torn up about it. We're going to war with Ahsoka. Okay. I actually don't know quite where Ahsoka is. I believe he's down here, so hopefully that doesn't end up mattering. I'm going to go with a gold boost. And then I guess I go with that. It really doesn't matter. Neither of them are probably going to come up, so, you know. Send this guy up. And let's start hitting the city. I might be able to get this city in a couple turns here. Oh, okay, so we just instantly got it. That's cool. That was a big win. We're going to keep the city. Send the cotton. What does cotton do? We'll send that to just Choka. And then we're going to send everybody up to Waset because we want to try to win this city. Can I purchase another? No, I can't. Those guys seem very strong. A lot stronger than I anticipated, so that might end up being very well for me. Or working out very well for me. So here, we're just going to produce some of those dudes. Tercio. We're going to produce a couple of them down there, just because that's, in my opinion, again, just the best thing I can do. Those guys seem incredibly strong. Let's pack everybody up into this guy. I don't think it matters that this guy's a little bit of damage. I'm going to move this here, but then we're going to wait. And I'm going to keep this here just to be safe. Don't want any, like, backdoor shenanigans happening to me. Let's back these guys up so they don't just die. I think that would be a waste to have them die right now. Let's see if we can go up this river. We met Napoleon. Napoleon of... I'm not sure what that looks like off the top. Songhai. Okay. And they're somewhere on this island. Remember, there's probably somebody else as well that Napoleon has, so it's not just going to be him. Nobody on the south yet, which is very good. I love the combat in this game. I think the biggest thing that I have to say about Civ7 is that I absolutely love the combat. It is easily the best feature in the game, in my opinion. Or the best thing about the game, in my opinion. It just... To me, it's leagues ahead of what was in Civ 6, and it's just very cool for that reason. Everything about it just feels good.
I sent the...
So yeah, though, but back to what we were saying. I'm going to fortify this guy. Like I said, we're just going to keep him there. This might work out, where we're able to go to the south with the army commander and maybe slurp something up there. Baghdad's up there too, so maybe we, Lafayette. Maybe we're able to, like, bring the army commander down or something, but I think it's more likely that we're going to want to go pick up Baghdad, and then maybe put a city between them, and just hold it like that. That seems like a very good position to be in. Let's get rid of the farm. And we'll just pick up the marble. So they have a settler. I'm going to let that go through and not worry about it. Because if the settler just settles a new city, we can just take it over. Well, we should be able to take it over at least. So, you know. Alright, let's make a conquistador. No clue what it's going to do, but it seems cool, so let's make one. It's also unique, so, you know, like we were talking about, I like doing stuff like that and seeing what they do. I'm not going to worry about adding to the war support with Isabel until we get, like, fully up there to where we're going to be fighting. Let's make this 7 observatory. There's no point because, like I said, you know, why would we bother when we're just not going to really be doing anything right away anyway? Alright, well, this kind of sucks, the position that we're in right here, but that's okay. They can shoot, right? Okay, they need another turn to shoot. So is it worth it to... I'm just going to take the shot there. I was thinking about it, and it's like, I don't think it's worth it to just not do that. Plus, I can move the Corsair there anyway, so it all just works out. Turn that guy over. And then we're going to move this guy back down. This guy, for now, can just go to sleep there. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I think overall Civ7 is just a pretty good game. I think that at its core, it's a good game. And with time, it'll be a good game as well. Or a better game. It's already pretty good now. Let's pick this tile up. We're going to go with Education 2. And then let's just prep these guys to get in. Okay, he just fucking annihilated that. GG's, I suppose. Should have played better. Alright, so this force should be enough to take this city. Maybe it won't be, but I think it will be. And then whatever's left from there, we can send up to Baghdad. Anything on the south yet? No. Excellent. +6 is better, I think, than just dealing with the chopping of the one tile there and all that. I think it's just better to do it that way. The big thing, too, is I was really hesitant in this game about the Civ switching. I thought it would be my least... Like, I thought it was going to be a deal-breaker for me, to be honest, but it honestly didn't turn out to be one. In fact, I think it's very cool. it sucks not being like, oh, here's, Victoria of England or whatever it may be. It's Lafayette of England or whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever it's gonna end up being. But like at the same time, I think that that's still fine, and it's cool. It ends up being cool. Oh, here's Ahsoka. I just realized, or Ashoka. That Corsair is actually kind of strong. I'm not gonna lie. That might be problematic. I'm gonna move him here just because of the volcano, and then here we're gonna buy. I think buying another one is better than wasting time upgrading it because it's just not gonna matter. And I'm gonna buy one up here too. And originally I thought that I would just be able to have enough to not have to worry about like making more dudes. So this is Ponce de Leon. And I'm just going to send him over here. I actually don't know. I guess I could have read his ability, but I'm going to send him over to the distant land so he's ready to do whatever. Yeah, initially I thought... Okay, so they're offering me Baghdad to stop the war, but I want Waset, I think. So I think the thing that I want to do is take it and then maybe try to get Baghdad as like a free offering. I also want to just see if I can stop this war with Ahsoka. Or Ashoka, whatever his fucking name is. He will reject it. Okay, I'm not even going to waste time then. Like, it sucks because I drastically want to not be fighting, like, a mini two-front war. I say mini because, like, Ahsoka just seems to be, like, right here. But I probably have to, at least, for the foreseeable future, so it's just, like, it's rough, is all I'm getting at. If this isn't gonna end, actually, I should go up a war support so we're even. As long as they have archers and all that, I mean, we're gonna continue to roll, so I mean, that's fine. This looks like... Yeah, I would say this looks like Lafayette, who are Normans. Yeah, I love the Civ switching, though. I actually like it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Which, again, I didn't think I was going to like it at all, so I'm very pleased that I do actually enjoy that. And then, yeah, I like the leaders. I think they're cool. I mean, I've played as almost all of them now, but I've only really, like, in-depth played as Franklin, Machiavelli, and I believe Xerxes, which, is fun. Xerxes is a really cool leader. I also want to save my diplomatic favor here to maybe try to, I can't think of the term right off the top of my head, incorporate these cities. I think that's a good idea to try to do. They're just free cities that you just pay influence for, so it's not a terrible idea to try to get them. I do think that we're gonna probably take this city here and then just have to call it before we get to Baghdad. I don't think it's gonna go well. But like I was saying, I might be able to leech it off of them in the peace offering, so we'll go with the plus science on bazaars. I think both of those are pretty decent. But the science is probably better, like, short-term at least. And it'll be better long-term, especially because there's not really many city-states that I'm going to get value out of anyway. So, we'll start rebuilding everything. I'm going to go with a kiln. How bad is this for me right here? It's bad. Okay. So we'll heal that guy up. We'll heal this guy up. And we're going to heal that guy up once he gets up there. Hey, what do you do? Must be on a tile with the marine biome. Activate any distant lands on water tile, +1 movement for treasure fleets. Oh, so he's useless right now. Awesome possum. Let's put him to sleep. Well, let's heal him, and then I'm going to put him to sleep. I'm probably going to settle a city, then maybe somewhere on this coast, like right here. He's good for the 1 victory condition, which is fine. I believe it's economic, which, again, is good, but, like, I'm not really playing into that. On the topic of getting tiles to really high thing, this is a +7 that this is getting, so we're going to go with that. Again, I don't think I'm going to fully be able to finish the path, but it's still something to try, at least, and maybe get. So, kill those guys while they're weak. Kill these crossbowmen. Yeah, I just don't see this going as well as I initially anticipated. I mean, I didn't really anticipate it would go too well either, but you know, we took one city really quickly, and then I kind of thought it would go well after that. And I mean, it is going well, all things considered. So, you know, we should get one more city, and that'll be fine. Gold on gold buildings, medieval bridge, food on food buildings. We're going to go with the gold on gold buildings. We were already talking about why we want to continue to have gold. Being able to purchase out just about anything that we want is pretty huge. Yeah, we'll chop this farm. I think it's worth it for the bonuses that tile is gonna give us. We'll pick up the +6. I think that's fine. I guess we can just send these guys up. And I'm going to hoard the rest of my money. We'll put him to sleep for now. I'm going to hoard the rest of my money to turn over some of these towns to cities. I mean, we're already talking about wanting to do that, and, you know, not really having the capabilities really to do that right now is kind of unfortunate. I mean, every couple turns, you know what I mean, we're picking that up, so it looks like this river flooded again. Kind of unlucky. I'm going to pull this guy off of it, actually. Or something happened, actually, because that got burned pretty badly, it looks like. Does this heal if I pillage? No, this gives me science. Back these guys up. What about you? Culture. I guess I can have him pillage that. There's a chance that they're going to offer me a peace deal or something. And it's going to include, like, again, Baghdad. And I might just go with that. We'll go with militaristic as our attribute point. I think that's fine. All land units receive movement, settlement limit. I think we're going to go with the settlement limit. Piety is also pretty good, or piety. But I think we're going to go with the settlement limit. Again, I think it's better that way than not. We'll go with the 5-2, obviously. That's just the best. I think it's better than not in this position, so, you know. Yeah, we'll just go with the free war support, too. Unfortunately, I don't think, yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that procs after the fact. You have to do it before the war happens. Kind of unfortunate, but, you know, that's just how it is. Keep these guys resting. Let's see what we got over here. Oh? Okay. Oh, you do get the war support. Okay, I just noticed it went up just before I clicked on this. I think we're going to overbuild here. Actually, no, we'll just go with the food. I think that's just better than overbuilding. These guys do not appear to be healing, which I am not a big fan of. So let's just beat up the district here. I just think that's correct here. And I'm going to buy another dude. So here's my thinking. They're not healing... I don't know what I just did. They're not healing up. So what it means for me is that if I want to guarantee getting that city... It's probably just the best bet. We'll take the +7. It's probably just the best bet. We're going to continue the path with machinery there. I would usually do one of the... Oh, we can go with the research initiative there. I guess I could have produced a dude, too. That might not have been a terrible idea. We're going to have to kamikaze a couple of guys here. I'm not a big fan of that, but I think it's just the best thing I can do right now. Like, it feels bad, honestly, and it feels bad saying that, but, like, I think it's just the best case scenario for me is to try to push through whatever extra damage I can get on that. Dude, Tecumseh is, like, actually gaming over here. It's the first time I think I've gone to war with an ally that's actually, like, assisted me in the conflict, you know, during or after the fact. I fucked up my placement there, it's okay. Buy another dude. The more dudes we buy here, the better. I'm going to try to heal him. I don't think it's going to matter, but that's unlucky. Can I look at the map? I can't. So... I couldn't tell you if this... I'm going to reject this for now. And then I'm going to go to her. I'm going to bolster the support, too. And then I'm going to propose peace and just try to get... I can't get the city from her. Okay, so basically what's going to happen here is exactly what we talked about before. We're going to hit that and then try to get Baghdad. And it's the only reason, like, we're continuing the attack that we have, even though it's probably very bad for us. I actually hate the stick drift. Holy fuck. It's annoying. Actually, I don't even know if that's stick drift, to be honest with you, because, I mean, I know I have it on this one controller, but I don't know if it's as egregious as that, nor is it this one that does it. It's usually this one. So I'm not too sure if it's just the game or if that's just me and I actually have stick drift on the other analog stick as well, and I was just not aware of that. Yeah, we're just going to keep hitting it. I mean, the best case scenario here is that this guy dies. There's literally like 3 pixels of HP left on the one dude. And then these guys get here relatively soon before that heals up enough. And like I said, we just punch it through. I can't buy another dude just yet. Kind of bad. Oh, I see. So because I went around before, I didn't even know that. That's unlucky. So yeah, we're actually going to get max punished by that. That's really rough for me. I'm going to go with the extra gold. That's another dude that I can buy. That's all my gameplay has been for the past, like, hour now, is just purchasing, workers. I almost went back up. That was almost rough. Lafayette has a ton of cities around here. So we're going to lose our army commander by the looks of it. Kind of unlucky, but, you know, it's just how it is. Does not look like these cities are too happy either. -2. That's not very cool. So we're at +4 against Isabel with war support. Pretty decent, I would say, all things considered. I don't know why it does that, too. It's kind of annoying. Alright, back to what we were doing. We're just gonna fucking smack the city until eventually it's ours. This is a weird looking way to have it. Big serpent mound here. Go with Armada 2. This guy's full healed. Yeah, I don't see this going too well. The other thing is that, like, there's a chance that I just get the city and then I lose it again immediately, too. That's, I wouldn't say unlikely, but it's definitely a possibility that I need to be conscious of. So I think it's better to just shoot the crossbowmen now. They have a ton of guys here anyway. So we have 2 against a Mamluk that's healing. I think I'm gonna go one more turn here, and then we're gonna propose peace and try to get, like, Baghdad off of them. I will accept this, though. There's no reason to be in that anymore. I guess we go with the culture over influence. I think it's better. And that gives us some culture as well. Let's go with the university. So I was talking about how production's better. I think it's better in this case, though, to get the science buildings done. Let's just produce. Let's just offer her this piece. Propose. Okay, she will accept this deal. Excellent. So we get 2 out of it. It's not the city that I wanted, but we still got Baghdad, so it's better than nothing. Heal these guys up. I don't think we're going to be able to go into a conflict again, probably. At least not for a while. So this is probably the end of conflict for this age. We're at turn 30. We're at 38% on age progress. So it's highly likely that we've got maybe another 100 turns or so. Usually it tends to amp up at the we'll overbuild on that. It tends to ramp up towards the end of the age is when, you know, you get a ton of progress towards it, or towards the objective, and then, you know, the age turns over. So we just gotta keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully it'll turn over soon. Let's look at yields. So we're leading in gold, leading in science, leading in culture, although Lafayette's kind of up there. We're behind in happiness, which makes sense. And influence, we're technically ahead. So we're actually still leading just about everything. Again, I technically should probably be leagues ahead given the difficulty and the fact that I have like 40 hours on this game now, but you know, a large percentage of that, or this save rather was, you know, when I had no clue what the fuck I was doing. So I kind of want to put a city on that island. I think that that's not a terrible idea. I will support a local festival. I think it's not a terrible idea. So let's just finish building every like major thing I can build, and then we'll go and put a settler into the queue, and then put him on the island. Tecumseh actually coming to that fight was kind of huge for me. I mean, I definitely didn't see his impact in the sense of, like, up here, for instance, I didn't see the impact, but there was definitely an impact because I saw nothing from Ashoka the entire time. And, you know, that's not... Obviously, that wasn't just entirely me doing it. It was most certainly him as well, so... I believe we need 400 to incorporate. Yes, almost 5. So we're just going to save up our influence and try to pick up that city-state. I lied. We're going to befriend these guys. I like to just be friends with everything. Plus, it helps you explore the map, obviously, if they do become friendly with you, which is very good. Pick that tile up. Build a culture shipyard. And yeah, we're just going to turn this into a city. No particular reason on this one over any other one. Just because it's the first one that came up. No tactical advantage. We'll put these guys to sleep. Put these guys to sleep. I wanted to read that real quick, because I was wondering if those units being upgraded could have changed anything, or if they would have changed anything. I don't think so. I still think we were kind of just down bad the entire time. Pick up the shipyard. So we need 1,000 for our next city, so... I'm going to be quite a few turns before that happens. So we're kind of just chilling right now. This is one of those many positions of this game where you kind of just sit here and you're like, well, I've done a lot of what I can do. It's time to just chill and see how things are going. Or rather, let things play out the way they're going to play out. So, you know, not really much proactive to do. Yeah, March 4th is when the update comes out, so if I'm not mistaken, that'll be roughly 3 days. I don't know why I was fucking cross-eyed in the way I thought about that. This is Napoleon territory, yep. Okay, so this is done. We're going to build... this, and obviously we're just going to put it there with the best yields. I'll build this, I'll put it here. I'll build this, like, 8 gold per turn thingy, because it's just obviously better. Again, the more money we're producing to be able to upgrade our cities, or just buy out whatever we need, is not terrible. In fact, I would argue it's good. So we still want to put... We want to put a city on the island, and I think I also want to put one close to this. Although it'll be past our limit once this becomes incorporated. We have 10 turns until that happens, so for now we're just going to chill. I think I want... Yeah, I think the next building that I'm able to produce at, or next city that I'm able to produce at, rather. We're just going to continue down the tech path, by the way. I think the next... thing that I'm able to build, I'm going to build a settler, because we want to get that city down on the island. Not necessarily as soon as possible, but definitely a bit quicker. Her cities are very scattered, by the way. She has this one here. Oh, I just realized Tecumseh took whatever this city was that was to my south. This is his color. So they actually fucked Isabel up very hard. In fact, he might be taking this city as well. I don't know what's going on over there, but there's not a 0 chance that that's what's happening. So Sparta's happiness is at 0 exactly, so we're going to go with a menagerie. I actually hate the stick drift. The menagerie there, I think that's just the correct choice. And then we're going to go with... We're at 16 here, so it's perfectly fine. This is where we'll go with the settler. We're going to buy this fishing boat repair. It's a lot easier to do that. Come over here. So next turn we're able to start the building on that. I think I want the city that I put down to get upgraded right away. But I think it's better to just buy this out. outright. Because now we're able to, yet again, have more money and more production and start working on stuff here. And the more cities that we have, like, the better off we are, you know, long-term anyway, so I don't think it's a terrible thing to do.
The command of the sovereign in the exercise of his power.
I love the stick drift. It makes me so happy. The +2 gold's really good. Now we're getting 200 a turn. There was a huge jump for me. I got 100 out of it, basically. And that means now every 5 turns we're able to upgrade into a city. Great Barrier Reef is very huge. Unfortunately, we are able to do nothing with that. Napoleon's going to get all of that science, I believe is what you get out of it. Yeah, it's science. Science and happiness. It's a very big tile. Very big tile. I think... I mean, we're going to move this guy away from the fucking thunderstorm that's happening there. Oh, look how sad they are. Poor guys, man. Getting fucking peppered. Okay, that city got fucked up kind of badly. So, last age, we didn't really see... This is a nice bug that I've experienced before, by the way. That was cool. Last age, we didn't really see the crisis when it came up. I don't actually think we saw it at all. This time, it might actually affect us, so we have to be conscious of that too. But hopefully it'll just be fine, and we'll be able to blow over it like nothing happened. Eventually, these city-states too will flip to us. I mean, this is going to take quite some time. I might throw some support on this just to speed it along a little bit. I mean, we're at 14 turns, so, you know, that's a long while away. Yeah, we're just on repair everything there. Put the shipyard down, and then we'll do a menagerie after that. Here, I think I want to go observatory first, just to make sure our science is still, like, up to par. And then this guy is going to have a long journey, but I think we want to put him probably right here would not be bad. I think that's a good spot to put it. I think. Alright, so let's go here and work on everything. Repair this quarry. The quarry. Put that there. So, I mean, this doesn't really matter. Production towards temples can come up, though, I guess, so it's not terrible. Let's upgrade Baghdad. Pick up this 8 fucking gold tile. These guys can just go to sleep. This can just come down here. So we're not really going to worry about doing anything on this side. It's way far away from where our coast is. I mean, maybe not necessarily, if you think about it, because our cities are just right here. But oh, and this finally, notably, was also incorporated. I think that happened a little while ago, and I just didn't point it out or say anything. But, you know, that's obviously big. So now we're up to 9 out of 11 cities, which is very huge for us. These guys got damaged from something. Oh, the river. It's always the fucking river, bro. Dude, these natural disasters are so Z. I'm gonna put them that way. I don't trust the fucking thing to not go off the volcano and kill it. So now we have the money to upgrade another city. So we're gonna go with... Do we even have one to upgrade? Creek, I think. Yes, okay. So, I'm going to go with this local festival. Happiness, of course, is a very good commodity in this game. Having those celebrations is very good, so having those happen is very good. And back to what we were saying, we're just going to go with the +1s and all that. It's small, it's almost ineffective, but it can matter and add up. So spending 2 turns to get 1 production out of it isn't terrible. At 50% on the age, again, that's only going to continue going up quicker and quicker. I'll go with the culture exchange. I think that's a fine thing to have here. For this tech, we're just going to continue on the path, because at this point, I think I want to try to force the age to turn over, because we're only going to really be able to do stuff in modern, I think, to actually you know, progress our victory condition at least. So we want it to turn over, maybe not right away, but definitely quicker than not. Move these guys. Hopefully they move their, like, little club guys there. I guess I could have put the city over here, too, instead, but I think that's what was better. Gonna go with the 9 gold. Again, we're all about gold and riches right now. I'm sure many people would make a joke about me and gold and all that, the gold coins. Listen, it's just how it is. Gold is very good, in my opinion, in this game. Or these types of games. I think production is just as important, but gold definitely has its value. We're going to go with that 7 instead of the other one. They're both good 7s. The other one is more varied, though, in what we get out of it, rather than just being all in on science and culture. If I get another specialist there, I'll put it on, you know, both. Alright, cool. So these guys have been incorporated, or rather they're being cool with us now, or a little bit cooler with us. Medina's not quite there yet. Is there anything else really I want to worry about? No, I think we're just still turning over and waiting till the city gets put down. Yeah, we'll go with this 7 tile over there. That one's pretty good. Again, another 9 is just... I think it's very strong. You know, we're at 160 gold right now, and obviously that's a bit lower than our 200 that we were getting, but overall I think it ends up balancing out. I'm going to put that guy to sleep. Overall, I think it ends up balancing out. How are we looking with happiness? Athena is still unhappy. Everyone else is happy. What are we at over here? -3. That's -3 after the menagerie went down too. So we're just going to have to let that kind of chill for a little while until we can actually try to do something about it. Maybe a specialist or something can take care of that. It's a pretty straightforward 8. I honestly don't feel confident doing that, so we're just going to go with the research. We're going to put this in Madrid. And then upgrade Baghdad. I thought I'd already upgraded Baghdad. Apparently I did not. I must have thought about doing it and then forgot to do it. Okay, that's Ahsoka. So there's a very large bit of territory from them over there. So this city we're going to put on the coast out here is actually going to be kind of far away from everything else of ours, but I think that's okay. This gives a settlement limit. I don't think it matters, to be honest with you, at the end of the day, but eventually we're going to probably want to incorporate some free peoples or whatever they're called in this game. So we'll get around to that and just make sure it's taken care of beforehand. 56. So we still have a large percentage of time to kind of just do whatever. Okay, these guys are getting closer. Actually, can I find a treasure resource to improve? Because if I can find a treasure resource and get some treasure fleets going, that would be very good. This is one, I think, right? Yeah, spices. So why don't we go up there instead, actually? Because putting the city here just gives us the ability to get treasure fleets and all that. And, I mean, it's not much, but it's something. It's honest work, you know? We're going to buy this dungeon. I think that's just a fine purchase, given the position we're in right now. And we've still got, like, probably... I think in the time that I'll have the gold to purchase it is by the time the city will go down and be, you know, fine. So I don't think that's a terrible thing. I think we're going to pick up this tile down here, actually. It's the one that balances out much better than the others, I think, all things considered. Let's pick up a bazaar. We want to continue with the science as well as gold, so, you know. It's my first time playing with Spanish, and, I mean, it makes sense, obviously, historically speaking, but they're a very gold-heavy civ. They remind me of Malians in Civ 6 with Mansa Musa. Or, yeah, Civ 6. Just printing money, basically. This is annoying as fuck, because I'm gonna bet there's a city here. Look at that fucking freak trying to settle next to me. You see that? What is this guy on? That's gonna be kind of problematic for me, I think, if, we'll go with the Kasbah. I'll do the plus 5% gold. That adds a bit to what I have, and overall it's good. We don't have a treasure over here, do we? Oh, we have tea. So it's not impossible, actually, that we could maybe pick up the tea. So let's incorporate that. That could be another treasure fleet for us. So that's definitely important to try to get and work on. Can settle on that tile, but there's Jimmy's there. Where is their... Oh, I just realized I killed the settler. That's unlucky. Where the fuck is their city? I'm confused. 'Tis confusion. I also want to see with Ponce de Leon here, because they're just on the island? Like, what's going on here? Okay, so that plan is just going to get tossed away, because there's just nothing I can do about that. We'll take the 6 on this. Seems pretty good. Pick up a bank. So now we're making 262, which is huge. And then we're going to come over here, and we're going to buy a settler. It was terrible that I threw the one away. Already bad anyway, but arguably worse because we do really want to settle here. Although it looks like Tecumseh might beat me to that. Maybe it's right here. I don't know why I don't see the borders, though. I'm confused. I'm heavily confused. What's going on? No clue where I am right now. Send these guys over there. So that's 5 turns to get there. Hopefully nothing goes wrong, and we're just able to, you know, pick it up all smooth. It's literally not here. I don't understand what this is. They're just like chilling on an island in the middle of the fucking Pacific. A war with Isabel after I said I didn't want to do it. So we're gonna go back to war. And the reason we're gonna go back to war is we want to settle... We both want to stay with Tecumseh as an ally, but we also want to maybe settle these cities that I was trying to get much earlier. Like, if things go well and we're able to win these, I think that would be huge for me. Like, all things considered. So if we can get Waset and White to Kabuli? Kabuli. I don't know. Either way, if we can get those, though, it would be really big. I'm going to go with a Knight here instead of the other guy. Knight's going to be able to move quicker and have more impact on the straightforward fight. We'll send this guy over there. Yeah, I don't know. Like, overall, that might be a really bad spot to be in. But I think that at the end of the day, it's going to balance out really good. Also, this is huge. There's a double treasure resource. Ahsoka's back over here, dick riding me again. I think we want to go Menagerie, just to be safe with that. And then here, I think I'm actually... Let me see how many turns it is. 6 for a Knight. What about the... 6 for both? We'll produce 1, and then we'll worry about everything after that, or everything else after that. Alright, cool. Hopefully this goes well. What is the war that we're in? The Abbasid War. The Great Abbasid War. Overall, I think that's fine. So we're at +3 right now. it's a good spot to be in terms of combat strength. We're going to go with gunpowder. If we can get a decent amount of money out of this, or not money, but a decent amount of money before things actually start mattering, we could just buy out some bombards maybe and just blow them the fuck away. I don't think that's going to end up happening, but it could. I'll buy a Lancer. But it could, and the fact that it could, of course, is always very important. So Tecumseh being here is really big, because it means that this city most certainly is going to, like, fall. It just ends up... I'm going to heal this now. It just matters as to where it's going to go. It probably goes to me, so that'll be fine. Pick up authority. This temple is huge for happiness. I do think we're going to get rid of that tile, unfortunately. And we'll pick up this... No, we'll pick up this tile. I mean, it gives us happiness, so it's not terrible. Back to Sparta, we're going to go with the temple. A plus 10 is huge when we're at minus 7, I think. The minus 11 is rough. I don't think we're going to be able to stop that, at least anytime soon. We can try maybe with some tiles or something, or adjacencies, whatever, but for now, that's where we're at. And we're going to work on our infrastructure before we deal with anything with this war. The one thing that's kind of good is we're gatekeeping Tecumseh from being able to get there, like, readily, which means that we're not going to get, like, last hit robbed of the city. At least, hopefully not. I'm just going to send this guy up this way. How's the south looking? It looks like his city is getting hit down there. I'm just going to let it happen, to be honest. Like, I probably could step in and try to do something about it. Our eco is very good compared to him, but it's not my responsibility. So just like before, we're just going to kamikaze our dudes at the city because either we're going to get it or we're not. I'm not a fan of his guy popping up there, but it shouldn't go too poorly for me. Hopefully, at least. Oh my god, we're actually about to fucking settle this finally. I thought he went to where they were going, and I was literally about to spasm. Alright, let's slam this city down. If nothing goes wrong here, it's smooth. Let's buy a Lancer, too, just to make sure nothing does go wrong there. We'll pick up this 8. Ooh, wait. No, we'll pick up a 7. The 7's better, I think, than chopping the tile for the 8. I'm just going to put this guy to sleep. This should be the city. Okay, excellent. So, that's big. Right. Got a free attribute point out of it. Free promotion, too. Alright, let's just buy all the assault ones. I don't understand why it keeps doing that. So we're gonna put this... I actually don't know if it's in my, like, network. It's not, unfortunately, so that's unlucky, but it's okay. We'll send that there because it's gonna flip the happiness over to be positive. For this, we're gonna go with the happiness towards maintaining buildings. That should make it so all these cities that have negative should now be fine. We're also gonna suit up everybody into this Jimmy here, because we're going to go right to whatever the other fucking city is called. Again, we're not going to try to pronounce it. If we can get that city too, I would say we're in excellent shape. I already think we're kind of in excellent shape, as is. So, yeah. Got the dick riders here, boys. Can I buy... Okay, I can. So, Knight is definitely strong, and it's probably much stronger. Expansionist is not terrible. It's definitely much stronger, too, than Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of forgot I was trying to convert this city, so that was a bit of a, a surprise. I was confused for a second there. A +8 wonder is pretty good, or +8 gold wonder is pretty good. Pick up the armory. So we're at 62% now of age. Probably, again, have another, like... I mean, it might be less than what I originally thought. It might only be, like, around the 30s, but it's still not nothing. We'll go with growth rate in cities. I think that's a fine pickup. We also get a religion here. I don't really understand or care about religions, much like in Civ 6. I really didn't get how they worked entirely. In this game, I do get it, but, like, I don't really understand the purpose, so... So let's just heal the knight up. We're going to heal this guy up too, I think. And then we're just going to send everybody else over to the other city. Again, best case scenario here is that we win it, and it's just smooth, and we don't have to think about anything extra. I'll send these guys over here. These guys should fuck up whatever these barbarian guys have, so... It should all go smooth for me. We unlocked a Civ for the next age. I believe that's how that works. I'll grow that. I think that's fine. And then we're going to go with the +6. It's a very good pickup for us. This +7 is also going to be very good. Put that down there. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Okay, these guys do fuck the knights up. That's very good. Oh, he actually just straight up killed it. Alright. I'm gonna put this to sleep. I'm tired of microing that, so we're just not gonna deal with it. So the only downside or thing to think about, this is where the city was. The only downside, or again, thing to think about, is that if we take her last city, we're gonna be over our cap. So how can I play around that? Let's think for a second here. And by think, I mean let's look at civics. So do we have anything that gives me a cap? This doesn't, that doesn't. So right now we have nothing that we can do to avoid inevitably going over our civ cap. Okay, these guys were sleeping. Unlucky, but, you know, it's something that we're going to have to deal with. We're going to have to go into the age with extra, by the looks of it. I'm going to keep these guys here instead of even remotely thinking about sending them away, because at the moment, you know, there's just dudes showing up randomly wherever, so, you know. So we have heavily pillaged Isabel. Honestly, like, we kind of rolled her out of this game, which is crazy to think about because she had a pretty decent impact during the start, but after that it was kind of just gone. We'll go with the extra gold. Go with the gold adjacency as well. So now we're getting 500 gold per turn. That's pretty nuts. Literally printing our own money. So with 1,000, what can I do? We're going to buy some stuff in Wisset, probably. Could also buy some stuff here, I guess, too, while I'm here. I'll buy a +11 bank. Send these guys down here. These guys down here. Okay, so they have a bit of a military presence there, which I wouldn't say is surprising, but it's just, you know, they didn't send it anywhere else, so it's kind of weird. I'm gonna just pull this guy off. There's no point in fucking around with him. Can I, like... Okay, I can't. Unlucky.
Wherever you may be,
I just realized there's 3 there. There's 2 spices and a fucking thing of chocolate.
Be in towers of lofty construction.
Go with the science. Now we're getting 600 gold per turn. This should be unpack. So let's unpack everybody. I'm about to fucking tilt out. What is... What the fuck is going on over here? So it looks like they took this city, and that's why the thingy's, like, bugged out there. I don't know why the horse is running into the ground, though. That's a feature that I wasn't aware of. Bro. This fucking guy, man. Oh, cool. So I get a free city for literally doing nothing. Cool. I'm gonna decline this peace offering, by the way. What city did I get from them? Oh, it's by one of my things. Cool. I'll take it, honestly. Very poor, given the fact that we're behind with... Or rather, we're over our settlement limit. There's the future tech we were talking about trying to push. RE6 Remake leaked. RE6 Remake. I don't see anything about a leak. Five days ago. No, I don't see nothing. It's just people talking about how they could make it be decent in the modern era. Good one. Nice try. You sent me something on Discord. Let's see what you got. I'm going to overbuild that. I mean, it sucks, but it's just best for right now, at least. So, because our happiness is kind of already rough, I'm going to go with this tile. I'd rather get a bigger one that's more impactful, but, you know. How am I doing? I mean, I still feel like ass, but... I genuinely hope you all get cancer and die. Thanks for that boring game. Yeah, it's Dead by Daylight. That's why I don't play that game anymore. Imagine using resources. Ivana, why didn't you tell him he's bad for using hooks? You missed out on a grand opportunity. Alright, huge. Alright, what city can I milk off of her at this point? That sounds really bad. Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like ass because of my stomach, but otherwise, and I'm fine outside of that. Trying to finish this playthrough before the fucking DLC comes out, I got jump scared. Okay, big. I get a free city, too. We're way over our cap, but I think it's fine, honestly. Where is this other city? I think this might be her last city right here. Oh, no, she has one up, too. Honestly, we might look to try to take that city away, too. What does this do? Food. We brought Gideon and Pre through pallets. I mean, I guess it makes a little bit more sense. I would have been tilted out, too. Probably would have fucking put my fist through my monitor. Decide to play the game once for the first time in fucking 6 years. Decide to sit down and play the fucking game, and they bring Gideon and pre-throw pallets. Hope you feel better? I mean, I'm definitely better than I was a week ago, but, I mean, it's still, you know... It's still rough, but it's not as rough as it once was, so... That's the upside, right? So let's see if I can use this special dude. Because I want to see what his thingy does. So we have 32% before it flips. I think this is alright. A big problem is happiness in these extra cities that I have. As you can see, we're at -5. So let's just buy a temple. It puts us to -1, but it's better than nothing. Let's look at the rest of our cities here. So we already talked about... Okay, it's rebelling or whatever, so we can't do anything with that. These guys aren't happy. What can I do with you? -5. Sweet. There's a menagerie that's going to take care of all of their problems. Excellent. Alright, I don't think I can buy anything else, so I'm not even going to worry. Just repair everything. This fucking volcano. I'll put these guys to sleep here. I was talking about an idea of, like, maybe taking over her last city up top. And then the one down here, too. But, like, honestly, I'm not even going to fucking deal with it. There's no point. Her being eliminated from this game serves me no benefit. Her being in this game also serves me no benefit, but... You know, there's nothing that could go wrong. Alright, let's see what happens here. He just died. What a worthless fucking... What is going on over here, dude? Leave me alone. They got fucked up, by the way. These fucking volcanoes, I swear. If it isn't a fucking river, it's a fucking volcano. Every time. Yeah, we'll chop this out. I'm not gonna lie, Vanna, when you sent me the thing when I looked and saw it, and then you said the RE6 thing, I was honestly concerned that that's what it was a screenshot of for about 2 seconds. You almost got me. They had me in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, we'll put the knight to sleep. Like, there's just nothing really to worry about. Send this guy down. This guy can just go to sleep. I mean, we're 3 over cap, which is just so rough. Like, I don't really think there's anything I can do about that, though. This tile looks really good. It's a bit of juice. Is this better than this tile? Yeah, this is actually inherently better. But I think this tile is better. Okay, so let's pick up this, get closer to the fishing one. The fishies. We like the fishies. I mean, it's going to happen. It just won't happen before RE5 gets remade. If I'm not mistaken, we know they're doing 4 games. They're doing RE9, which people were expecting an announcement of that, like, last week, and they didn't, so... They didn't announce it, at least, so, you know, GG. But they're doing RE9, and they're doing Code Veronica Remake, which I'm kind of pleased with. As long as it's third person and all that, like they've been doing with their remakes. It would be very cool if they just, like, surprise drop RE1 over the shoulder, but... Yeah, and I've heard that it's expected that they're going to do an over-the-shoulder 0. Maybe finally make Rebecca, like, cool. I would approve of this. Okay, so we have a plague. Excellent. I'm not sure where, though. Does it tell me here? It doesn't tell me. There's no plague. Awesome. Well, I mean, hear me out, right? They both, I think, should be remade with the third person, the way that they've done the remakes. But I don't think that... I don't think that 1 needs to get remade before 0 does. Because I think 0 itself is kind of Z, as is. Like, I think it's a fine game, but I think that 1 being remade over 0 would just be very bad. At least for RE0. Just want to point out, by the way, we picked up another treasure resource that I can't hover over for some reason. Let's turn this into a city as well. And then we're gonna not build something in it. I fucking hate this game. Alright, and then we're gonna build the menagerie to pick up some extra happiness so that city does not get too unhappy. Well, I know Code Veronica, if I'm not mistaken, is almost confirmed. It's... I forget where I had heard it. I had heard it almost a year ago. Not a year ago, but it was definitely a little while ago, and when I had heard it, I forget where it was from, but it was almost but confirmed that they're doing Code Veronica. 0 is the one that's, like, on the, That one's the one that people don't know if it's actually happening or not. Also, Code Veronica is, like, a cult classic. It's like the... whatever you'd call it in the fucking family of games. People love that game. I don't really have an opinion on it. I think it's alright. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously 5 is going to get remade eventually, right? It's just a matter of when as well. I hope fucking never. To be honest, I think 5 Remake would be a good game. I don't foresee it being bad. I think we picked that tile up. Actually, I shouldn't have put a specialist down, because Bad Dad is not happy. Yeah, exactly. Gotta wait for the fucking announcement. Could you imagine? They're like, yep, we're skipping RE5 and going right to RE6. Holy fuck. Like, I'm telling you now, like, mark my words in history. The only way that they fucking remake RE6 and make it a good game is if they just completely change the story. Like, they just completely change the game as a whole. And they do a completely different RE6. That is the only way it'll be good. Yeah, I mean, the way that those games went, like, I don't see a bad situation for 5 Remake. Again, I think it would be a pretty good game. Why is Isabel befriending them? What's going on here? Alright, so there's some future tech. The plague's apparently getting worse. I still haven't seen it, so... We're at minus 12 happiness? What the fuck happened here? Is there a plague going on and I'm missing it? No. Where's the plague? I'm just gonna keep putting into research, because there's just no point in not. At this point, like, we're kind of close to age turning over, so we need to be conscious about just making sure that everything's set up for... Why is this an unrest? Oh, there's the plague. I see. Well, this is kind of rough. I can buy a dude, right? Yeah, this guy. We'll send him up there. I'll just do the science. I don't know if either of those are going to matter, but, you know. They're getting fucked up by the plague, GG's. Holy fuck. It's so rough. Alright, let's just keep spreading this. So we have probably like 20 or so turns. Maybe less than that, actually. Usually it's much less. The plague hasn't spread to Wasset yet, so that's good. But overall, that's really bad, I would say. If I can't handle that, like, we might have some problems with our cities before this age turns over. Sparta's also, like, sitting around a minus 12. Very good. This is a hospital, right? It doesn't. Oh, GG's. Can these guys just treat stuff? Oh, yeah, they can. That literally did nothing. Oh, no. Time for war crimes? What do you mean? What fucking amalgamation of a game are you playing where you're gonna commit war crimes? It's just gotta be Civ, right? We'll go with the observatory. I mean, at the moment, these cities aren't suffering from the plague, although it likely will end up spreading. If that city goes, like, I don't know what happens if the plague just fucking pops off and, like... Oh, my game. No, it's fine. We already did the war crimes.
A bureaucrat.
We took, like, 3 cities or 4 cities or whatever from the fucking Abbasids, so... We already committed war crimes. It's okay. Now it's time to suffer because they gave us blankets that had... I don't know if I should say that. It's okay, warm-up game. Wait, I just realized something. This is fucked up, but... This is like alternate history, right? Because I'm playing as the Spanish, but I just had like the plague ravage my fucking people. It's like the literal opposite. Oh, this is a treasure fleet. Sweet. So... I don't even think I'm going to make it to one of my cities in time for it to matter. Where did this city come from? I don't even remember getting this. We'll buy out that, though, so now it's just net even with happiness, so nothing's going wrong. As long as the plague doesn't spread to anywhere else, I think we'll be fine. However, if it does, we're we're kind of in bad shape. We'll start building this. 4 turns means it's totally going to get finished before anything matters. Oh, it looks like the plague's over. Sweet. It looks like we've managed to beat the plague. Excellent. Why is it not... question mark? Oh, there we go. Alright, let's start repairing everything that we had there. Buy a bank. You know how we feel about the gold. Vanna, if you're still here when the age turns over, I'll let you pick what civ we go into the age as. Although I won't be continuing this until probably tomorrow. And then I'll finish that tomorrow, or this tomorrow, and then whatever else. So we'll figure it out from there. But yeah, I'll show you the options will show up, and I'll let you pick. I had Turkey pick the French for me last stream, or not the French, the Spanish. So you know. Honestly, it ended up being a good selection because I'm literally printing money. I'll just put this guy to sleep. I don't know what's going on here.
The true nature of emptiness.
So we're at 84% now. Again, the turnover, like, I thought it would be much quicker, to be honest, but we went another 40 turns, it seems, before... we went up like 30% in 40 turns. So we're probably pretty close. The more we finish this tech, the future tech, then the closer we're going to get, so... Just buy a bunch of these. The reason we're buying these out is because we want to just make sure that when the age inevitably turns over, we're all set for the future. I think we're just going to go with this +3 tile. The +3 happiness is actually very good, so... You know, that's kind of big for me here. So I can try to maybe get the science objective done here. So we're going to pick that up. We're at 3 out of 5. So it's not impossible that we get like an actual completion of that, which would of course be very good going into... Of course, dude. Like I blink and it's going on over here now. How the fuck did it jump from fucking over here to the north like that? This is criminal. Alright, I can't repair the bank. GG. I mean, I'm just going to start a pavilion or whatever, but, like, at the moment, there's nothing to do up there. I just have to wait for it to go away. If I close my eyes, it can't see me, so... I can't... Excuse me, I can't see it and it can't see me. We'll be golden. Actually, I think I got that city from Isabel during a peace deal, now that I'm thinking about it. 5-2's big. 89%, 90%, 94%. So we have like probably under 10 turns left for the age. So I'm going to do future tech again. I'm just going to go with that. This treasure fleet is not probably going to make it before the age turns over. 7 turns. It might have 7 turns before it flips. We'll see, I guess. We have 9 until it flips. So, you never know. Pick up this tile. So again, back to what we were just talking about before, I'm going to buy out a bunch of these because I want to make sure that going into the next age, we have as much as we can to be like already set up for success. Although we are in a bit of bad shape. I'm going to go Menagerie. We are in a bit of bad shape in terms of our happiness, but I don't think that'll be that bad. So as long as nothing goes too wrong, we should be in good shape. Let's take a look at yields here real quick. So we're up in gold by 500, basically. 400 on everybody. Influence, we're only up by 10, 17. Under 17, 16. 0.5. Tech, or science, we're up 200 on. Culture, we're up 100 on. And then happiness, like overall happiness, we're down 50. But, like, that's not terrible, and again, we're in the middle of a pandemic as well, or a plague, as well as the fact that we just have over our city capped by a large percentage. So our cities are inherently going to be much sadder than other nations. Okay, the plague's done in Madrid. It's moved on to this fucking place. It just keeps jumping around. I'm honestly just not even going to worry about Madrid either. Might be a bad decision, but, like, there's nothing to really care about, and I'm pretty sure once the age turns over, everything gets fixed anyway, so, you know, at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to end up mattering as much as it likely should matter. It looks like one of the treasure fleets might arrive before the age turns over. We've got 4% left, so as long as it doesn't just get boosted immediately there randomly, I think we'll at least have a little bit more to get out of it. I mean, yeah, we might as well just do a fishing quay. There's no point in not. We're going to go research with that, and I'll just repair this stuff. I know I just said I'm not even going to worry about it, but I guess there's no reason not to. Actually, I'm not even going to turn that into a city yet. There's no point. Okay, looks like both of those treasure fleets are going to make it, which is really big for me. I'm not sure exactly what I get out of them. I've done the thingy before, but I wasn't really paying attention with what I got from them, so let's see here. I got a treasure fleet point out of it. Sweet. That's great. So we're at 24 happiness in this city, so honestly, we could kind of put this tile wherever we wanted. Let's take a look here and see. This is already at 40, so we don't have to worry about that. This is the thingy. That's probably not close enough to matter. That's definitely not close enough. That's not close enough. This one might matter. Plus 5 would be 10. Not enough to matter. Awesome. Nah, I don't think any of these are big enough to matter, unfortunately. So we're just going to put it there and get some bigger than, you know, the other output. I don't know why it went away again. This fucking Z tier. I don't think any of these are big enough either, in terms of output. No, they're not. I'll just go here. We'll go on that tile with that. I like, honestly, it just doesn't matter. It's profit either way, so, you know, whatever we get out of it is just better than whatever we're not going to get out of it. Repair the quarry. And yeah, we have at least 6 turns left. Or at most, I believe we have 6 turns left. At least, we probably have, like, maybe 2. It just turned up to 97. If anybody's doing future tech as well, it'll obviously progress. We just unlocked Prussia. It'll obviously progress more, but I don't think anybody's at that point yet with their tech production, unless they are, like, outright doing the boost, but even then it would reflect in their production, so I don't think we're down bad like that. Let's see if we can purchase anything here. Yeah, we'll buy a temple. Like, purchasing happiness buildings is definitely fine for me here, I think, overall at least. Yeah, that puts us at positive now, so now we don't have to worry about that. Madrid's just getting everything fixed up here. The plague has now spread to our original capital. Very long time ago, it seems, that we had that. Well over 1,000 years ago. In-game. Get another happiness building there. Not gonna buy that. Alright, 2% off. Just go with research initiative. Let's repair the 17 menagerie. Holy fuck. Oh, the plague spread here too. Oh, that's rough. Wow, this is really bad, huh? I guess I'm just gonna produce an army commander. It's just gonna take up the slot, and there's no point in really worrying about anything else. Take a +8 hospital over here. So this is where the plague was beforehand. It obviously finished there now. 2%. I don't know if that's enough time to finish this, so I'm going to buy out the temple, I think. Like, it very well could be, but I'm not taking the chance. And yeah, we'll overbuild. I think that's fine. I'm going to take that as well as being the pickup. I think, again, that's worthwhile. And here we're just going to build the other happiness building, the inn here. It's 5 turns. It probably is going to turn over on it, if I had to guess. I mean, yeah, we have 2 until it guarantee flips, so, you know, we've got to be thinking about that. Well, rather, not that we have to be thinking about that, but we have to understand that, like, that's not going to finish, right? So there's no point in really thinking about it too hard. No matter what, we're not going to get to finish. Alright, let's see what we've got here. I think I'm just... Yeah, I'm just going to pick up one of these tiles. Is 4 better than 1 in a gold, or 3 in a gold? I think it is, to be honest. Oh, another treasure fleet that's not going to get to do anything. Time to go to sleep. I mean, the treasure fleets weren't going to do anything anyway, so I guess that doesn't matter. So now the age is going to turn over. Yes, it will. So that is the end of the age. Very good. We've managed to make it. This was a very good turnover for us, to be honest with you. We accomplished a lot this age. We got... Fuck, what did we get? We got a ton of cities out of it. We got a ton of cities. Like, that's where we're at. We got, I think, again, like, almost 10 cities, which is very good. We started with 5, I think, going into this. So, we picked up Baghdad, Ozosene, Seni, I'm not going to try it, whatever that is. Waset, we put down Valencia. Al-Futsat, we picked up as well. And then we picked up some cities down here, Shiraz, and then we placed down Sevilla as well. And then I think we got 2 over here, too, from peace deals. I'm not going to try to pronounce either of those. So that's cool. We also flipped this city from free people and incorporated them, so that's good. I mean, I'm going to put down the fishing quay, but at the end of the day, I believe the age is turning over no matter what here. So these are just not going to matter at the end of the day, whatever they are. I'll just pick up that tile. I think it's fine. I'm just going to put this to sleep. And this should turn over the age. And just like that, Jover. Alright, Van, are you still here? So just like before, we have 4 options here. Ow. So, historically speaking, like if I was just playing normally, I'd probably go Russia. I think they're a great civ for late game. Could be wrong though. However, because of the lore of this game, I think Mexico is the best bet. We were Greek, and then after we were Greek, we turned into being Spanish, and like Spain Spanish, and I think Mexico is the full circle. But like I said, you know, Qing. All right, well, not quite. I guess we're gonna turn Chinese. I think these guys are Chinese at least. So yeah, we're gonna go and put everything down, and then select our legacies, and then we're gonna end here. Yes, they are Chinese. So, our science victory should be fine. We didn't complete the objectives for the age, but that's okay. Overall, I'd say we did very well during exploration. Definitely made up for the blunders and the lack of experience during antiquity when I was playing. And yeah, we should, honestly, I think, be winning this game, but things could go wrong. We do have some competitors. So for our legacies, I always like changing the capital and all that. I think it's very cool to to do that because, you know, it continues the lore and the history of the game. So we'll go with Cahokia becoming Beijing because Athena was our original capital, so we have all the names and all that. 2 science for each quarter seems fine. We don't have a lot of points, actually. I'm going to go expansionist there. I'm going to go +2 science per culture and then a scientific attribute. Honestly, I mean, it's not as bad as our first one, but it definitely wasn't as good as it could have been, I don't think. Overall, a good percentage of our cities are unhappy by the looks of it. I love to see it. We're also going to exterminate a bunch of our units here, just like we did before. Like, unless we're actively fighting, or expecting to fight too, I don't think it's worthwhile to keep them around. They're just hogging gold. Let's see here. So, can I send this to the cities that are upset? I don't think I can. GG. I'm going to wait to send all that around then. I'll do it next time. So, for the first objective for science, we have to research flight, which is going to be right here. So we're going to go steam engine, probably military science, and then just go from there. Also, it's only three turns to do that, which isn't terrible. +2 gold for each resource seems pretty decent. I'll do initiating sanctions and endeavors. Like, we're at a stage where, again, I kind of don't want to fight. I just want to play a diplomatic, if I can, type of game. So, you know, I mean, you could argue that it's kind of too late for that because we're literally at the end of the game, or at the end of the ages, so it doesn't really matter. But, you know, I'll do this, and then I'll also do this. Those seem like good pickups here. Pop that in. So before we turn over and the stream and all that and the video subsequently, we're going to make sure that as many cities as I can afford to, or sorry, towns that I can afford to turn into cities, I do, because that's a big thing right now, is making sure that all of that is taken care of early, so 1, my hamster brain doesn't forget, and 2, they're able to produce as many buildings and such as they can, as early as they can. Baghdad. I'm going to go with the stonecutter. I should have done it in the other city too, but I don't really care, and it's already a little bit too late, I think, to go back and do that, but it's okay. So we can't afford another turnover just yet, unfortunately speaking. I should have done something right there, but that's fine. Let's kill this guy and everybody else. So it looks like we're going to be making around 500 a turn, which is 1 city every 2 turns, which is fine. And the more money that we make, eventually we can turn that into more cities or whatever. As you can see, we're also at 1 under the settlement limit for us. Very big, all things considered, because now we're not, you know, getting happiness. And we're going to call it here. So yeah, thanks for watching. Tomorrow, I'm going to continue with this playthrough. Hopefully finish it tomorrow as well. And then, I believe Tuesday, England comes out, so we'll be doing that as well. But, yeah. Bye-bye.